Nearly a year after a Plymouth woman was killed by a driver high on marijuana, her family learns the sentence for the man who caused the crash. The Hennepin County District Court judge who handed down the sentence said he doesn't think he'll ever approach an intersection again without thinking about this case. Judge William Cook sentenced David Bohl on Friday to 6.5 years, as called for by sentencing guidelines. Prosecutors say Bohl was speeding and had used marijuana when he ran a red light, causing the fatal crash. The crash happened last September in the middle of the afternoon at the intersection of Highway 55 and Industrial Park Boulevard. Bohl collided with 68-year-old Catherine Karen, who died at the scene. Karen was a retired nurse who lived in Plymouth. She left behind a husband and 2 children. A beloved Maple Grove police canine was laid to rest this weekend. Callow, an energetic German Shepherd, retired from the force last year. Maple Grove Police Sergeant Keith Stewart says a difficult decision was made on Friday to put down Callow due to the animal's declining health. A number of Maple Grove officers and staff were on hand to honor him. He joined the police department in 2018 and helped restart Maple Grove's canine program. When the canine retired, his partner, Sergeant Stewart, called Callow the best partner he could possibly ask for. A rally on Monday brought together almost 2,000 staff members from the Robinsdale area school district.
When you think about all of the people that impact our students' lives every single day, from any interaction in a lunchroom, in a hallway with one of our custodial engineers, to our bus drivers, to our teachers, our paras, principals, you name it, we have just so many people that can impact our students' lives, and to see everybody come together was really outstanding.
The Robinsdale district met at Armstrong High School for the rally. New Superintendent Terry Stallo brought the entire staff together for the first time since before the COVID-19 pandemic. Teacher Erin Conway says it's exciting to start the year with a new superintendent.
It's really inspiring to see somebody that wants to come in and wants to make a really positive difference. Her energy, I think, comes on to everybody, and it makes us want to inspire, make a difference.
Classes start in the Robinsdale area school district on September 3rd. The nation's largest seafood restaurant chain is shrinking, plagued by plummeting profits, and now in the Northwest Metro and beyond, restaurant closures. The Golden Valley and Maple Grove Red Lobsters have both now closed. They're among 23 Red Lobsters around the country that have either recently shuttered or will close by the end of the month. The company continues to close restaurants as it goes through Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This Minneapolis St. Paul Business Journal reports that the company is exercising its right to reject leases at locations that it says are not profitable. Meanwhile, some positive business news. Golden Valley has beat out Chicago for a medical company's proposed new research and development center. Baxter Healthcare has selected a site on General Mills Boulevard, according to an announcement from the state's Department of Employment and Economic Development. The company will receive more than $3 million in state job funds to help build the new center, which will support its kidney care business. The total investment by Baxter is $40 million. State officials say the new center, once ready, is expected to create 70 jobs. Anyone who enjoys music can speak to its power to draw out emotions, even to help heal. As Delaney Cleveland reports, a volunteer at North Memorial Health is doing his part to help soothe at the Robbinsdale Hospital.
A visit to the hospital can draw out a range of emotions. Richard Olson aims to make those hospital trips better.
I play an improvisational style that is pretty much mine.
Every Thursday and Sunday, you'll find Olson in the atrium of North Memorial Health Hospital, pressing on the keys and filling the halls with a sound that's uniquely his.
I had a priest come up to me when I was playing one day, snuck around the side of the piano, and he said, "I just wanted to make sure that was you playing," because he didn't think I was.
No, it's not a player piano. This is all Olson, an electronic technician by trade who plays as a hobby.
He is sprinkling in joy into our environment.
Carrie Appleton is North Memorial's Director of Workforce Well-Being. She says Olson has provided a much-needed service since he began volunteering here in January.
We know that music does make a big difference in environment. It can help with fatigue, it can help with overall state of relaxation and giving people the ability to focus.
But passers-by aren't the only ones reaping the benefits. Olson's wife, Carol Watson, was a long-term patient here.
I would come visit her twice a day, and there was this piano just sitting there every time I came in the door.
Olson lost his wife in September, but there was something inside of him that said he needed to come back to play that piano.
I did not process the pain and the grief then. I kind of stored it. And now when I play, I'm taking that discomfort, pain, grief, angst, whatever, and I put it through me and my fingers into the piano and the hammers and the strings and turn it into something higher.
People process grief in many different ways. For Olson, his therapy session happens to take place in a Robbinsdale atrium for all to appreciate.
That's pretty awesome that people can give that gift to the world.
In Robbinsdale, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Now that Olson is playing consistently, he says he'd like to get better. He just started taking piano lessons at the age of 70.
While most local football teams kick off this week, Breck was one of the handful of teams to start a week early with a so-called zero-week contest. And they got to play at a special location. Chaz Moots has the highlights.
The Mustangs playing their season opener at the Minnesota Vikings practice facility, TCO Stadium. Breck opened up against the Huskies of St. Anthony. Late first quarter, not much happening up until this point. Dylan held with the quarterback keeper down the left sideline. He finds the seam and is loose. A 46-yard touchdown run gets the Huskies on the board first. The PAT afterward was no good. Then on the next drive, the Mustang offense gets going. Benji Sullivan throws the pass in the flats. Muath Muhammad makes the catch, makes the man miss, and is off and running. A 35-yard catch and run and successful PAT makes it 7-6 Breck. St. Anthony took the lead back on their first drive of the second quarter. Then the Huskies get another touchdown. Brett Surroin goes over the top of Muhammad, loses a shoe, and comes down with the score. Huskies up 19-7. Breck trying to get back in the ball game with a man in his face. Sullivan throws a deep pass over the middle, and Muhammad goes up and hauls it in. He had 3 catches for 71 yards, but that drive stalled out. Then right before halftime, Sullivan's pass is picked off by Will Rafis and taken back for a pick 6. The Huskies score 33 unanswered and take down Breck 39-7. In Eagan, Chaz Moats, CCX Sports.
The Armstrong football team made an appearance in the state playoffs last season. The Falcons are featured in today's training camp report as they prep for this week's opener. Armstrong's become a pretty consistent winning program in football, and they don't expect that to change this fall. The Falcons return much of their offensive firepower, and a good run-pass mix should lead to yardage and points.
I think that's one of our biggest goals this year. I mean, being able to do both is what defenses can't stop, and that's our goal this year. It's probably been our goal in past years as well.
The offensive-wise, I know I'm very excited for it. With me, Kevon, and Dawson, and Pap, and a bunch of linemen, I think that it'll be very fun to watch and kind of be a part of it, you know.
Quarterback Dawson Franke returns for his senior season after a strong 2023 showing, along with dynamic running back Kevon Johnson, a 1,500-yard rusher a season ago. Wide receiver and defensive back Gideon Brecker is another talented returner, along with offensive lineman Luke Pappas, Josiah Page, and Lucas Nelson. They'll also see time on the defensive line. Eli Kemple as a tight end and linebacker is another to watch. Defensively, the Falcons don't return nearly as much and will have a new scheme, but that area is coming along better than expected.
Hired a new defensive coordinator this year, Alex Leach, and he's been awesome, but had a little bit of time in the summer, and so it's a growing process for us, and so we're young and putting in kind of a new system, so it's taken a little bit, but we've come a long ways. It's been fun to watch, and so I'm feeling a lot better after 2 weeks defensively that we've made some strides, and then offensively, right, we have a lot of returning starters, and so expectations there are pretty high.
Armstrong's made back-to-back appearances in the state Class 5A playoffs, and though they lost in the quarterfinals each time, it's been a valuable experience that can only help for this season.
I think you for sure learn about that, and I think that helps a team build culture and also just keep pushing you to try to strive to be better.
They'll face some tough opponents, but Armstrong's looking for another good run in 2024. Our full game coverage of high school football kicks off this week with 2 big games. All 3 of the District 279 teams will be in action over 2 days. Thursday night, Maple Grove pays a visit to Osseo and Adam Spurl's debut as Maple Grove's head coach. Watch the Crimson and Orioles at 6 o'clock Thursday on TV and online on CCX. Friday afternoon, it's Park Center playing host to Cooper for a 3 o'clock kickoff to get the season started. Watch the Hawks and Pirates on CCX, your home for the best in high school sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.